What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of Pod and Play Season 4 here on Nerds Gone Rogue. I'm Corey, and joining me, as always, is that retro code Eddie B.
Hello, everybody.
All right, Ed, where are you? We are taking. Oh, there you are. We're taking a look at Tom Clancy's The Division. It is a week before the second game comes out, and we are going to take a look back at the first game here and kind of, talk about our Division podcast called Dark Zone Junkies, which, as of this recording, should be on iTunes and Google Play and other podcast apps, as well as the Arsenal X YouTube page. So hopefully you'll check that out. But the Division is an interesting one, Ed.
Yes, it is a 4-player co-op game, or you can play a single player, where you're trying to stop these different gangs, or terrorists, or enemies, I should say, that has taken advantage of the city and kind of brought chaos to it, while everybody's trying to figure out why this unrecognizable virus has affected the city of New York.
Mm-hmm. So
you're trying to, get, everything back in order from the chaos that happens. So you'll do missions where you rescue somebody, find food, and help people around, find new weapons, like kind of almost like a loot-based system in a sense. And it has RPG mechanics where you level up and stuff. They have a special thing called Dark Zone, where you could go in and fight some of the affected and get better weapons and equipment.
Yeah,
so
it's the Dark Zone was kind of like the big kind of new style of multiplayer game that they kind of introduced, and it's a PvPvE style mode where there's still enemies in there, but you also fight other players and try to get loot, and you can kind of kill other players to steal their loot that they've collected, and it's kind of an interesting concept. I don't know if it was really fully realized in this game, but it did have some interesting ideas. But Ed, like you said, this game kind of takes place in a dystopian New York City where the dollar flu kind of was passed around during Black Friday, and this is kind of, oh boy, bad guys, shoot him, they're way higher level than me. Shoot the guy at the bat, I guess. Got him. I don't know what a hand stop is, but that's what I got. So, yeah, this is basically Ubisoft. When this game was kind of announced, I guess.
yes,
this was kind of Ubisoft's answer to Destiny. It was kind of like the first major games as a service that was trying to do a similar thing to Destiny, although, oh jeez, I'm gonna die. And I'm gonna die. Oh no, we're doing great so far, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but we're doing great.
Thanks for all your help, Division.
Doing God's work over here. It was kind of like the first major game to take on Destiny in a similar fashion. We have games like Overwatch and Fortnite now that kind of are games as a service in a different way. But, this was kind of the first major action RPG that took on Destiny. And it succeeded in a lot of ways that Destiny didn't, but it also failed in a lot of ways where Destiny succeeded.
Yes.
I mean, it's It's a cool concept. I really enjoy this game. I played it a lot on PlayStation when it first came out, and the only reason why I stopped playing it when it first came out was because one of the first major updates really kind of killed a lot of players' characters, and my character was deleted, and yeah, so I never really got a lot out of the Division after, you know, I don't know. Well, I mean, I still played for about 40 hours, you know, which was no slouch. You know, I beat the campaign, tried the first incursion, which is kind of like their raid style things. It's more of a horde mode than a raid, but you know, I did a lot of the stuff that you know, a lot of people like to do in this game, and I never really got a chance to do all the end game stuff.
You don't see a lot of kindness anymore.
Sport bag. I got a sport bag, Ed. I got a sport bag.
Nice.
I don't know what that is, but I got it.
The thing with the Division is that when we all saw the trailer for it, we were still trying to wonder what the game was when it originally came out. And then it came. They did a beta for it, and that beta sold a lot of people on the game. Excuse me. Problem is that kind of like when you get through a lot of the missions and stuff, it becomes very rinse and repeat. So you're kind of almost doing the same thing over and over. And they encourage you to play the game with 4 players and do the Dark Zone missions and try to find better weapons and stuff. And, you know, make sure that you don't get too overpowered than the enemies. Because they will match the enemies' levels with your levels. So they try to balance it out with it.
Which they were actually, just based on what we've been playing now, like they've gotten a lot better. They've balanced the game better.
Yes.
But they originally would balance the game to the highest level character or like player, and so like right now Ed's 10 levels higher than me, and normally that wouldn't go very well, but you know, the last side mission didn't actually. I actually felt like I was holding my own, even though Ed's 10 levels higher than me. So they have done a lot of balancing and stuff with that. I did go down pretty fast, but I think that's because I wasn't in cover. So, but the Division this was really the first game that Ubisoft was kind of like they show that they were going to work on their games outside of like really update their games when there was a problem, you know, like they this was really the first time they went in and said, look, we're gonna keep moving our games forward. We're gonna improve on and take feedback and kind of improve what players kind of want from these games. And so, you know, this was kind of the first game where we saw them do that, and then, you know, later Assassin's Creed and For Honor and all the other games kind of got that. But, you know, this was really the game where Ubisoft started becoming known as the company who was would really take a lot of things into consideration and fix things, and then on to Rainbow Six was another one that was really kind of like that too. You know, where it kind of started off slow and people didn't really like it, but they kept at it and they kept trying to fix things and really bounce it to a point where people actually really love the game. And that's what I really like about this game, is like the story was really strong, but the end game kind of was like meh, you know, kind of whatever. And then they kind of really added a lot of stuff and made this game really viable, you know. And people are still playing the Division.
Yes.
Plus, like, they're still supporting it with, you know, they have events going on where you can earn stuff in the Division 2, which is really cool. Jeez, I'm playing this game like Gears of War, and I am not having any kind of luck with this. All right, and it just really did a lot of things right, you know, in terms of the long game. So. I really do like what they did, and I really appreciate what Ubisoft has done with these games, with all their games, really.
Yes.
Sorry, it was hard to stay alive and talk. Sometimes I forget how hard it is to talk and play games at the same time.
Well, the thing with the Division, I think it may be in one of, because I don't know if this was a book or anything. It just has the Tom Clancy's name on it.
Yeah, I don't think it was really anything. I mean, like, I know Rainbow Six is, but I know Siege is not, you know.
Right.
Siege is not a book or a story or anything. They are based on characters that are based off of Tom Clancy's creations.
Good work. We got JTF
But,
on
you
the
know,
way to bring those weapons
clearly
back
they're
to
still
safe
making Tom Clancy games, but he's been, you know, dead for a while. Unless it's like a Tupac situation where he just had like hundreds of books done and they just print them. They just publish them.
I really wonder how long
Tom Clancy is video games Tupac.
I really wonder how the contract works with Ubisoft and the Tom Clancy name brand. Like,
Well, I think his estate just does it. You know, I think his son runs the estate, and he kind of does the contract work and stuff for that. Because I mean, he's making the money. I guess that's what you're gonna do. You know.
right.
So I think they just renewed their contract like a year ago for 10 years. So I don't think we're gonna stop seeing Tom Clancy games anytime soon. I know a lot of people want Splinter Cell games.
Because the sad thing about the Division is that it created Ghost Recon Wildlands, and yikes, that game is not up to snuff.
Well, I mean, that's another game too. That you know, at launch it was kind of nobody really understood what that game was trying to be, and then they kind of made it. They kind of changed that game, you know, as
This is so great.
as it went along, and now it's almost a totally different game. But it also suffers from that the thing where, like, hey, we want this to be a multiplayer game, but you can play it single player, but there's like you always travel on a squad, and your squad can always mark enemies and
Agent, it's Dr. Candle.
where are we
I
going?
want to stress to you the vital
Where are
importance
we
of
going?
safeguarding any
I'm
civilians
following
you may
you.
come across.
I have
The map
no
says some
idea
of those
where I'm
people
going.
must have survived the dollar flu. That
I
means
swear I
they've
had
got
a
antibodies to
check-
it that I need to have a hope in hell of fighting this thing. And the ones who
I
are just
have a
sick, having a
marker
broader
set.
genetic diversity of virus samples will help us track the virus's rate of mutation.
Oh, I guess we gotta go up
which
there?
is a
I
long
don't
way
know.
to say, keep those people alive until I get
Guess
what
we're
I
going
need
up.
from them. Got that? Great.
Oh, looks like we're doing one of these missions. Okay. That's not really what I wanted to do, but that's fine. But
Yeah.
anyways, Ghost Recon is another game that, you know, they kind of changed and people seem to like it. I mean, it was the highest selling game of 2018 until Red Dead came out. So, I mean,
I'm puzzled on how, because
people like that game, you know?
it's very much a washing machine game. And I guess some people like to call them loops. Like, I call them a washing machine because it's kind of wash, rinse, and repeat.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of games are these days. Though, like, this is that type of game. This is definitely that type of game.
Yeah, but it's just like
Destiny is that type of game.
it's just like the mission structure is set up the same way. It's like nothing really changes. Like, once you do the first area of Wildlands, you pretty much are playing the whole game. And I think that kind of loop is just like it feels like.
Well, it's the Far Cry loop. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Where, like, you know, I mean, that's something, it's a Ubisoft game. It's like a big joke, you know, where, like, oh, okay, so you're gonna go infiltrate these bases. And every time you infiltrate a base and beat it, you unlock a new area, and then you go do the objectives in that area and you know, kind of be done with it.
Yes.
Which, you know, they've kind of gotten away. They've gotten better at that. They've kind of gotten away from that, but how are we supposed to get up there?
Oh, look at these bats at physics. Ooh.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Oh, that one?
Yeah, I think we gotta go over here. Seems like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We gotta go down, and then there's a ladder we could go to.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind games like that. I mean, I play a lot of Destiny, but I haven't played it in a while. But you know, I don't mind those kinds of games. But some people don't care for them.
Mm-hmm.
AKA Edward does not care for them.
Actually, no. Okay, so this is so weird because I was listening to our Ashton Opinion chat on Destiny 1. Which was a really good episode. This is what I feel about Destiny. I really think Destiny 2 is such a better game than Destiny 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Very
well,
cool. Thank you.
it's different. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was way more into Destiny 1 than Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the story stuff in Destiny 2.
Yes.
I do think they oversimplified the wrong things and made the wrong things overly complicated in Destiny 2. Now, granted, we're recording this in December, so things could have changed, right? Like the way systems work, and I'm sure the next couple expansions have come out and stuff like that. You know, right now I'm trying to figure out why black armor exists. You know,
I've been hearing so many bad things about that.
Yeah, the first couple weeks of Black Armory haven't really. There's been one payoff that people have a lot of mixed feelings about. So, and it's raising a lot of questions right now about, you know, the big selling point for Destiny 2 was they killed Cade, right? And you were on a revenge quest to kill his murderer, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Black Armory is raising a lot of questions about what death really means in Destiny because they seem to bring back a lot of characters that die. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And a lot of people aren't happy about who the new Hunter Vanguard is right now. Which, again, I don't know if it's the same or not. But as of this recording, if I read things right, you know, Aldrin, who murdered Cade at the beginning of Forsaken, and you kill at the end of the Forsaken DLC. Spoilers. Sorry, Red. I know you haven't beaten it yet, but
Fine. So
he's not dead, and he is now the new Hunter Vanguard for now. So
now, is this the one that had his sister killed or something?
yeah, but she's not dead either.
Or
Yeah, it is, but she's also not dead. Wait, I thought it was pointing to this box right here.
I know it's
Wow.
on the other side.
It just, I don't, Destiny, there's a lot of retconning seeming to be done in Destiny right now, and part of me just, I think Destiny has a lot of good ideas, and this is how I've felt since Destiny 1. I feel this way about Destiny 2 also. It's fun to play with friends.
Yes.
The story is all kinds of messed up, and they've been retconning it since the first DLC of Destiny 1. So, I mean, man, I think Bungie designs a cool world and has cool ideas. I think they just need to abandon Destiny and move on to I think their new project is called Matter, which, you know, I think they're going to do solo and not have Activision's kind of
Backing.
yeah, we'll say backing. So you know, I don't know.
Backing as in publishing, in a sense.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say money hungry.
Oh,
people in charge. I really like Destiny. I just got that lore book, the anthology lore book, the first volume. And it's actually really good. I've been reading it. I mean, it's just the grimoire stuff from the first game. But it's really good, and like the story, the most interesting stories in Destiny have always been the ones that aren't in Destiny. You know, and that's been the criticism of the game ever since the game launched. You know, who is Saint 14? Who is Oryx, and why was he the Taken King? You know, those kinds of things. Osiris, like, why is he so important? Which, man, that DLC was. Yep, that DLC exists. How do we get down there? I don't know. You know, I always thought that the most interesting things about Destiny were the things that happened outside of Destiny, and that still remains true as of December 27th. So, you know, we'll see. I do appreciate them really trying to correct Forsaken, though, which they've done. I think Forsaken fixed a lot of things. Black Armory, I don't know. I think it's trying to do something interesting, but really, where did you go? Where are you?
I'm still on top of this.
I lost you.
The roof. Stay where you at. I'm coming down.
All right, I'm gonna give this guy a canned food item.
You ever need me? I'm there. If I can be.
And I'm gonna go through some of my inventory because I got 12 new items.
Okay. Yeah, even though, Destiny is something that's very interesting. From what they did with Part 1 to Part 2, and definitely, I really am happy that they gave a demo for Destiny 2, because after playing it, I was just like, I'm sold on this game. It's better now. Frame rate could have been faster, but it had a better story.
By the way, that game on PC is a way different game than it is on console because of the frame rate. So, sorry, I know that's
no. I think the combat was better. They kind of simplified some things, like with some of the guns and stuff. But I felt more invested in Destiny. You know, having different towns and different missions and different events going on within the world. It felt better. No. I think I think it still needs to lose. Like when you get done with the mission, just stay in that area and be able to find a quick exit that will take you back to where you need to be at. Not so much fast travel, but just like you don't have to leave the land to be back in the ship and stuff.
Yeah, they made a lot of quality of life improvements to Destiny. With Destiny 2, I thought the campaigns were better.
Yes,
like I don't. A lot of people have issues with the token system, which I really don't. But I do think that like the vendors, we are going the wrong way. Oh well, we're gonna go do this encounter. I do think that the vendors should have been selling things from the beginning. They did bring the bounty system back, which is awesome. They actually tell you what you can, like, you know how you have to earn powerful gear to level up in that game?
Yes.
They actually tell you where you can get powerful gear, and there's daily and weekly powerful gear drops everywhere. It's actually it's super difficult to actually keep up with everything every week now, which is what players wanted, and which is very nice. You know, I can actually go do something and level up without feeling like I'm wasting my time, which was an issue, a little bit of an issue with me for Forsaken.
And that's kind of the same thing with the Division for me. It's just that once I finished like the main campaign, I felt like there was no reason for me to go back to, because I had did all the side missions. I had did all I had reached the final level of my character.
Oh boy. Almost died. It almost died.
Oh yeah, I had did pretty much everything, and it was all going to be up to the PvE aspect of the game, and I'm just like, well, there's no new game plus. There's nothing for me to carry these weapons over, so why should I continue? I was already I was very disappointed at the end in how the last boss fight is, but I really liked the gangs and stuff that I fought. And doing those missions and stuff, they were fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game is a very solid single player experience. Well, when it first came out, like, had a lot of cool things going for it, and I actually really liked the single player mission structure to the game. But if you weren't doing the Dark Zone stuff, there wasn't really much for you to do after.
Right.
Which is, I'm not a big competitive multiplayer guy. There's games I like I really like Overwatch. I think that has a great. I really like the competitive stuff in Overwatch, but in terms of like, oh well, I have to grind and get. That was a big thing with Destiny also, and that I hated, and they actually brought back. Which, look, I'm not really in the hardcore Destiny community anymore. But one thing they brought back was, oh no, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not.
Without you,
Oh yeah, I am. They brought back random rolls on weapons and special perks, and one of the things I hated about Destiny 1 was running the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again until you got the perks that you wanted, which is something I really liked about Destiny 2, where like all the weapons had rolls on them that I could just, okay, I got this weapon, I'm done, let's move on. And they brought those back in Destiny 2, which is fine. But that stuff has been more... The random roll stuff has been more balanced towards PvP stuff, which I'm not really that into anyway. So I've actually really been enjoying doing the single-player stuff in Destiny 2, which is, finding all the pieces and all the quest structures for stuff like Sleeper Simulant or, the multi-tool quest, which was in Destiny 2 vanilla. Like, I really enjoyed that kind of stuff as opposed to like, oh, well, I have to go do this strike 47 times to maybe get this weapon with these perks on it.
Maybe that's why maybe when the original Destiny came out, I kind of felt like they should just make this a actual role-playing game. Like, and I don't have a problem with the combat.
Which is the rumor for Destiny 2 or Destiny 3 is they're going to actually lean really hard into, like, I guess they're going to try to I don't know how you're going to do that lore-wise, but they're going to actually try to eliminate classes and have you build a character for how you want to play it, which sounds cool. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know how I'm going to even be able to try to play Destiny anymore with life. And like, if Anthem is the game I want it to be, and if the Division 2 is a game that I could sink a lot of time into, like, I don't know. I don't even know what Destiny is going to be for me anymore. And I like Destiny. I actually, we're talking about Dark Zone Junkies. We're doing the Anthem podcast. Man, being underleveled sucks. doing, javelins for hire. Like, I actually wanted to do like a casual Destiny podcast, but like I don't want to do it by myself, and nobody else really plays Destiny, so I mean, maybe it'll be like a small video feature on one of the YouTube channels, but
I think with me with Destiny, it's just that I just want the content is there, but it's just like once it's done, like,
well, that's a lot of players. Like, if you're not raiding or if you're not playing Crucible, like, once you hit that level cap, or once you find weapons that you want, or once you beat the story and do a couple strikes or whatever, like, yeah, there's not really a lot for you to do. Like, this week I actually really want to play Destiny because Iron Banner's back, and the armor looks really awesome for the second year of Iron Banner.
And I guess that's why when I say like having it more of an RPG aesthetic to it, like design, like I would love to like have side hideouts or side dungeons or something where you go on these quests to like complete and like get armor, or
yeah, I mean that's what those lost sectors were supposed to be, but even those were like half-baked ideas, like those weren't great. Those weren't great. Like, they just weren't.
Like, it's very weird. The one thing I gave Destiny 1 for was like the melee combat, when you like get a melee weapon and it turns into a third-person like action game.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I love that, and I'm just
that's how Destiny was originally supposed to be. It was supposed to be third-person. Destiny was originally designed to be a third-person shooter, like this.
I think it would work.
Yeah, I would have loved it, but
like I literally had fun, like going around and just feeling super powerful with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think like I said, the gunplay was straight. It was just everything else around it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, now this, I know we already said this on the last episode and a couple episodes before, but like, Destiny is also a huge time commitment, and I don't have time to play it on a TV. But if it was on Switch, I would totally play Destiny every day. I totally would. And that's why I think honestly oh man, we both died.
Yeah.
Man. But I think that's why Warframe on Switch is doing so well, is because people want that experience on Switch, and that's the only game that's giving it to them besides Splatoon, Like Splatoon 2, I mean, even Splatoon 2 is like, it's not really that, but it's like getting the gear and stuff, like that aspect is similar, Let's see.
Right.
I guess we'll go here. So, I don't know. I would love Destiny. This is the wrong time in my life to be trying to play multiple games like that. I do want to put time into the Division, and I do want to, I really want Anthem to be great, but it's just a matter of time and what we make time for. So
yes, and I think when Destiny 3 come out, because even me, you had discussions about Destiny, on and off, kind of like, should Destiny 2 be the last game? How do we see Destiny 3 being? What can Bungie do to
at first when you went, because you wrote that thing on Nerds Gone Rogue, or on NGRradio.com, you wrote that right when Destiny 2 came out. Is it time for Bungie to hang up Destiny?
Yeah.
And when you wrote that, and I'm sure a lot of people that read it thought this, I thought, are you insane? Like this, like, but as much as I love Destiny, and as much as like, dude, they just can't. Bungie cannot win with Destiny. You know, no, it doesn't matter what they change. It doesn't matter what kind of stories they write or rewrite. Where are we going? Do we know where we're going? Are we just running?
We just running.
I don't even know where we're at. This seems this area seems dangerous. Hell's Kitchen. Are we gonna find Daredevil? Daredevil. Oh jeez, this guy is like. Oh jeez, he just straight up. I just got murdered straight up.
Oh.
Man. But like the more I think about it, and the more like as much as I love Destiny, like I would love Bungie just to like have a clean slate and start a new project that's similar, like a loot-based RPG shooter or whatever. Similar, but have creative freedom to just start over and just have the create new lore and new characters that people care about, and because like look, it really says something when the one character everybody cares about in that game, the one character everybody cares about in that game, they murdered him. So I mean, I don't know, like I like the other characters, but like a very small fraction. I don't even know where we're at, Ed. What are we doing here? I have no idea. I'm running around just trying to survive.
Well, shoot, we probably need to go find a mission.
Yeah, we'll go this way. Do. I'm playing the Division with my buddy Ed. We're gonna find another guy named Fred.
But go ahead, continue, Corey.
I was just saying, like, you know, the more I think about it, the more I really want them to just have the creative freedom to start over and really tell a cohesive, compelling narrative with interesting lore and, you know, the way they did with Halo, to be honest with you. I think, you know, I mean, Halo 5 was, boy. But, you know, Bungie's first the first 5 Halo games, you know, if you include Reach and ODST, they had a compelling story. They had they had the lore to back up the stories. They had interesting characters. Like, it was all there, you know? It was all there.
Yes.
And yeah, like armor and weapons and stuff, whatever. Like that stuff eventually got fleshed out. But like I really think with Destiny 1, they bit off more than they could chew, and ever since then, it's just been retconning everything. We need to fix everything. It's been one Band-Aid after another, after another, after another. And, you know, not to say that Destiny's a bad game, I'm just saying, like, the way the community has been treating Bungie, that's what it feels like. It's just been, they've been just slapping on, like, they've just been slapping on Band-Aids faster than they can actually make the game. And it's that's just not something you want as the developers, you know.
Yes. And I think Bungie has, you know, because to me Destiny is a big investment. An investment in the sense that people are not only just investing their money and their time, but they're investing years into this game that they want to support as, you know, as this franchise. It has their hooks on it. So it's something that, you know, it's kind of like their World of Warcraft in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what it is. And, you know, I think oh man. Ed, stay alive. Stay alive. And you know, I think people want it to be a world that they can just live in, and Destiny has never been that game. It's never reached that. Man, am I really this far away from you?
You are now entering a safe area.
I don't need safe house tutorials. I just want to go. Stay alive, Ed. I'm coming. Coming.
Warning.
Right here. I'm just.
Agent, we've got a supply crate down that needs some attention before someone else
Where
finds
are
it.
you?
We can do this.
Ed, I have no idea where you are at.
Really?
We confirm phase 1 with a success.
Oh, is that you? Oh, hey.
Behind the cop car?
I found you. Hold on. I'm not anywhere close to you. It respawned me like super far away. And oh jeez.
Where'd you go?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Destiny has just had that problem, and like the Division kind of had that problem at first too, and it still kind of does, but they never really came out and said they wanted to be an MMORPG where like. And Destiny, to be fair, Destiny never really did either, but people want it to be the world they can live in every day, and it's never been that. And I don't think they want it to be that, you know? I think it's a game they want you to pop in, like, at first they want you to play every day, and then it's a game they want you to pop in maybe once a week to check in and see what's going on and do some stuff, and then go play other games. I'm pretty sure they've actually come out and said that, but people aren't listening, so.
Well, I think it's because of the mechanics that they placed in, and those mechanics attracted those kind of style of players. So,
yeah. And it doesn't help that their game is incredibly fun to play.
yes,
Like the gameplay is, I'd say the only game that has better shooting mechanics would be probably Call of Duty at this point.
yes, that I agree.
Or I mean, even Halo's on par, I would say, but I mean, it's the same DNA. So I mean, I think Halo 5 is still incredibly fun to play.
Of course.
We haven't really recorded Arsenal X in like a week or two, but like I played some Halo 5, and that game is still incredibly fun to play. I wish it was deeper. That's the reason why I don't play it as much, is because it's not deep. It's not really that deep. But it is still incredibly fun to play, which makes me incredibly excited for Halo Infinite.
Which I think Bungie is really going to be paying attention to Halo Infinite.
Mm-hmm. Well,
everybody could.
Well, what we talked about was how does Gears and Halo evolve? We had that conversation.
Yeah.
A couple months ago, as of this posting. You guys should go check it out. We did a whole thing on it where I actually think Halo Infinite is going to structurally be something similar to this. Where every couple weeks, every month or so, they add a couple story missions. Remember the special ops things they added in Halo 4, the multiplayer stuff, the campaign style stuff.
Yes.
I think that you're going to get something like that every couple months. So you're going to get a drop of missions to do with your friends, and then you do those to get cool armor and cool perks that you can use in multiplayer. Like it's going to be an incredibly simplified version of what Destiny is or what this is, but I think they are going to try to add some sort of incentive to keep playing. They're gonna have some sort of incentive to unlock stuff and use it in multiplayer. Yeah, level up. Woo!
Yes.
And make your Spartans look cool and actually have, I think they're gonna take some cues from Call of Duty also, where like I bet the Halo Spartan abilities come back.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Like either the jetpack or the cloning thing, or the all those things that Reach 3 and Reach introduced. I bet those style of things come back, but but they're going to be tied to armor and how you customize your character. So, and I bet you're going to be able to have multiple Spartans. You know, I bet, or at least you'll be able to have loadouts where, hey, I want this loadout to be this time, or I want this to be this.
And I think that's where, for me personally, the directional pad, like placing your weapons is stuff on your directional pad, I think that would be so important for Halo Infinite, because I'm just like, if they're introducing 4-player co-op and everything, and it's still first person, it would be nice to be like carry more. We said this, carry more than 2 guns, be able to get more ammo and stuff. It like kind of well, yeah, in a way, like almost like Vanquish in a sense, but you're able to carry these set of guns, and each directional thing on the directional pad is set for like shotgun or rifle or sniper and stuff. So the more you play and the more you level up, the more you have that chance to unlock it. So you might start out with just maybe 1 or 2 guns, but then you can unlock it and stuff.
Ed, save me.
Oh, hi.
Me. I'm dying.
There we go.
Revive me. Thank you. You're my hero. Edward Varnell, you're my hero.
So, and I think that would be really important for, like, everybody do go check out the discussion on Arsenal X YouTube page. We got it as an expansion pass, and also check out Arsenal X. But yeah, like, I literally think if Bungie could just look at what Halo Infinite does, and if Halo Infinite can pull it off, we got Destiny 3, and they could take that and improve upon it.
Mm-hmm.
GTF reinforcements requested.
So
did we win?
Morning.
Now we got to defend a checkpoint.
Oh jeez. Okay.
And I need to figure out. Oh, there they go.
How's it feel to be powerful, Ed? Do you feel good about yourself?
A little bit. You're powerful in Destiny, I'm powerful in this. In a sense.
I really want to go back to Destiny, but there's so much. I'm like, that's the other thing about Destiny also, is if you get behind at all, like, if you just don't keep up, like, you just get behind and it's overwhelming to get back in. You know, it's just so overwhelming to get back into Destiny.
I'm probably gonna restart the first Destiny because I have the the game with all the DLC. Like, it's the definitive version of it.
Oh, like play through all the campaigns and stuff?
Yeah, all the campaigns. It has all the DLC and everything.
I would run through that with you if you want.
Yeah,
we could
do that.
We could do kind of like a pot and play for Destiny for Arsenal X or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I think that we could do
it's,
that for Destiny and Destiny 2. And like I know maybe Destiny 1 is like, man, going back to that's gonna be like a real chore. But
it may be, but I think
I don't even remember what. Man, I gotta figure out, like, I don't even remember what my characters look like and stuff. I guess it wouldn't matter because I would just make new ones, but make a new one, I guess. I wouldn't make all of them. Yeah. But, yeah.
Thanks for taking care of that.
yeah.
Anyways, Ed, we're approaching that hour mark here on Pod and Play. Any last thoughts on the Division or games as a service, or the Division 2?
I can't wait for the Division 2. And sorry everybody that we did once again. Pod and Play, you gotta understand, is that sometimes there's elements in games that take us in a different direction.
We talked about games as a service and how I know we wanted to kind of talk about the Division more, but. We talked about games as a service.
That's why I said, like, sometimes there's an element of a game that we play that we talk about, and then it jumps into other things because it may be something related to it, but I mean, it makes for a good discussion. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be picking it up, and maybe we'll see you guys on it. If you're getting it for Xbox or PS4, let us know. I'll definitely, me, Corey, and Jesse would definitely have it for Xbox. And
yeah, I mean, join our if you guys are playing on Xbox, join our Xbox Live community or our Facebook group, because we'll be playing this and Anthem. I'm actually, as of this posting, it'll already be changed, but we did have a Destiny group at one point, and I'm just gonna make that the Nerds Gone Rogue multiplayer group, where like if you're looking for a game to play with someone, like The Division or Destiny or even something like Halo or Madden, like it's just gonna be like a forum where people can talk about multiplayer games and stuff. So that'll probably be ready by the time this goes up.
Yeah, awesome.
Also join Arsenal X's Facebook group, please.
Yes,
thanks.
I know I have to push more of that and stuff.
Please.
But yeah, hope to see you guys soon in Destiny and in Anthem or any other multiplayer games.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are up to playing the first Division, give it a look.
Yeah, I mean it'll probably be relatively cheap at that point, and like I said, it's not like Destiny where you can't go back to the first one and not enjoy it because everybody's moving on. Like, this is a solid single player experience, and if you're having trouble, you can we didn't really get to a real mission, but you can auto matchmake. You just press X at a mission and it'll matchmake people into your game for you, so, and you don't have to talk to them. They'll just shoot guys for you, it's a really cool experience. I played probably 90% of this game by myself, and like, judging by like time differences and jobs and everything, I will probably play most of the Division 2 by myself. I mean, not by choice or anything, just because, like, Ed, you work insane hours and I work early, you work late and stuff like that, like it's just how it's gonna happen.
Agent,
probably.
we've got some communications problems with the network, and I'll need you to check it out.
Yeah. Anyways, if you want to play with us, you can see our gamer tags right here on screen. Ed's Delirical1, I'm Corey and HD86, so you can check that out. But anyways, this is going to do it for episode 2 of season 4 of Pod and Play here on Nerds Gone Rogue. You can check out all of our content on ngrradio.com. Join our Facebook groups, Nerds Gone Rogue, Arsenal X, all of them. You can join any one of them. We're all there. Follow us on Twitter at Nerds Gone Rogue and on Instagram at nerdsgonerogue_official. You can also find links to our other Twitters and everything else there for podcast-specific stuff. Subscribe to all of our channels, youtube.com/ngrradio. There's links there to all of our other channels as well. Check out our other podcasts, including the Division podcast, Dark Zone Junkies, which we'll have a couple episodes up by now, because we're going to basically do what we were supposed to do on this episode. Kind of recap the Division 1, kind of what we're looking forward to the Division 2, and then obviously once the Division 2 launches in a week or so, we will be talking a lot about the Division 2, the changes they made, what we'd like to see moving forward, etc. Those are half-hour podcasts. Also, if you're into Anthem, we do have an Anthem podcast as well called Javelins for Hire, and there might also be a Destiny show up by the time you see this, but there will be more details later. Check out all of our content on ngrradio.com. Check out past seasons of Pod and Play as well. A lot of good stuff there for you to watch. And check out Nindy Showcase, which is on our Nintendo YouTube channel. Go check that out. And download our podcast, Nerds Gone Rogue, Nintendo Power Block, Arsenal X, and Nerds Gone Platinum. I think I covered everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until next week, keep on playing.
Bye, everybody.
Saturdays, 10 a.m. Sorry. Nailed it.